Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch the Movie. I'm Mike and he's Jay, and we're reviewing debates. I wasn't ready for it. Yeah, we're here to talk about something. I read an article the other day on Cinemablend by Gabe Toro. It's an awesome freaking article, so we want to give him credit for that because that's what gentlemen do. The article on Cinemablend, you can go find it there right now on cinemablend.com, and what it is Marvel going to kill off the Avengers, or some of the Avengers?
No!
By the third Avenger movie. It could be beforehand, but it seems like they're leading that way, and there's some great points as to why.
Yeah, no. It would actually make a lot of sense. The way the movies have been going recently, and they're going to get darker and grittier, and then they're introducing Thanos and Guardians of the Galaxy, which they already kind of did at the end of Avengers. And you know, everybody knows the Infinity Gauntlet story. I guess if it was on the screen, it would be a dark movie. Because I mean, I'm not trying to spoil it. I mean, it's comic book. It was from like '92.
And we'll say, I want to say that too. There are like potential, like if you didn't read the comics and you don't want to know anything about the Marvel story, what could possibly happen. None of this is concrete. This is speculation. Yeah. But there's some stuff in here. It could give stuff away. So I guess mini spoiler alert. But you should be okay. But maybe a little mini spoiler alert.
Yeah. I mean, it's not gonna. They're gonna take liberties with it. I mean, it's not gonna be exactly like the comic book. But yeah, in the Infinity Gauntlet storyline, you remember like Thanos kills off half the Marvel universe because he wants to impress the woman, Lady Death, and he was like, "What do you want?" And she was like, "Kill everything." It's like half, and he snaps his fingers.
But he destroys all the Avengers too.
Yeah, well, it was he took them apart like they were like,
yeah,
you know.
And there's speculation behind this too. I mean, we all know that Ultron, it's called Age of Ultron, is going to be the main bad dude in Avengers 2. So with the hints at the end of the first Avengers, you think the third movie is going to be Thanos, and that's what kind of happens in that story. Now they don't have to go with that exact same story, but there's little clues here and there, like the signing of the guy that's playing the Winter Soldier, Sebastian. He signed on. He let them know that he signed on for 9 movies. Captain America's signed for 6. So
a mystery.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense unless you really think about it. And that's what this guy was talking about. Is Captain America's contract with Captain America 3 coming up? Chris Evans' contract would be up with the Avengers 3 likely. That would be his last movie under contract. As well, it would be Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man's last movie under contract because they're not talking about making an Iron Man 4. But Sebastian Stan is up for 9 movies. Why would he, because he's so integral to Captain America specifically, be signed on for 3 more movies, and it makes you think in the Civil War, Captain America dies, he gets killed by Crossbones, who's being introduced in this Captain American movie, and in the comic books, another spoiler alert, he kills Captain America with a bullet, and then guess who becomes Captain America?
I don't know who.
Bucky.
Oh my God!
The Winter Soldier.
But you know, it makes total sense. It absolutely makes sense. All the evidence says it. It makes total sense that they would have the Civil War, and at the end of the Civil War, Captain America gets shot. That's how the comic books went anyway. He was fighting Iron Man because there was a big rift, and then all of a sudden he gets shot, and it was actually Sharon Carter. Are they introducing? I don't know if they're introducing Sharon Carter in the new Captain America movie. She's like this blonde girl that works for S.H.I.E.L.D., and like her and Captain America become like an item. And like she winds up actually shooting the bullet that killed Captain America because she was under mind control by the Red Skull, and you actually haven't heard from the Red Skull since the first Captain America movie. So it'd be badass if they reintroduced Red Skull back in Captain America 3 because he had the Cosmic Cube, and it would make sense that he didn't die all the way because you don't know what happened to him. He just got stuck in the universe, whatever. So
it also goes to say, like, okay, say that does happen, and Chris Hemsworth's move he's got a lot of stuff going on. I mean, he's becoming a huge actor. He might not want to stay around that long, and then just everything kind of seems with this article like it's leaning in that direction. They make a really good case for it. Plus, okay, say everything ends in the Avengers 3. Thanos comes out, he kills everybody. They've also been holding on to Ant-Man. They got Black Panther, Captain Marvel. Good God, man. Captain Marvel, the Netflix series with the Defenders, Daredevil, all the shit, Luke Cage, all the stuff going on with that. All the things in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the stuff that they've been introducing, and it's all in the article, go read the article, but it seems like what they could do is have the Avengers killed off and then start to introduce these other characters and have them be, you know, they need something to avenge, you know, and Avengers is an ever-changing door. They could kill off a couple of them and start introducing new people.
Well, it's
Scarlet Witch is in this one.
Well, it's the comic book world. I mean, so they're never going to be actually dead, so anybody that's going to get freaked out, like, well, you can't kill them because they'll never come down as a comic book. I mean, they're going to come back same time.
I like the way that Marvel is. I like everything
that's right.
set up. I'm not ready for a reboot because there's so many more places to go. Well, we're talking about years from now. I think they said one of the mystery movie dates that Marvel set up is for 2017, which I think it could be the Avengers 3, which could be when all this stuff could possibly happen. But again, it's all speculation, but there's some pretty good stuff.
Marvel's got the perfect blend right now. They've got the good comic book stuff where you're just having fun and it's cinematic adventure. You take your kid or whatever to it, and then they've got that dark elements to it, but it's not overabundance of it. Like, and you know, obviously when you see the Nolan trilogy versus the Avengers, you can see the total different disparity of like how it's here, like it's all this desperation going on, and then you got the Avengers, and it's just kind of like this high-flying, fun action movie.
And you know, I mean, Josh Whedon likes to throw in a speckle of like some bad shit could actually happen.
Yeah.
I mean, look, they killed off. I mean, even though they brought him back in that comic book type way, they killed off Agent Coulson.
And so they've only said phase. They've only had 3 phases so far that they've announced.
Yeah, set up. So there's nothing really beyond that. And then the contracts, Robert Downey Jr. asked for so much money. Who knows what's going to happen? But I mean, I don't want that.
What do you do? When Robert Downey Jr. goes away, are you gonna, like, the only thing I can think for one movie you can introduce maybe Rhodes as a stand-in Iron Man for just a little bit. And but it'd be like War Machine. It'd be like a War Machine movie, and then have another. But see, I don't know how they're freaking going to do it. Like, I don't know who you get to replace Robert Downey.
Well, I mean, maybe they're also thinking about they could be thinking about interchanging certain Avengers for times. Maybe they're waiting for Fox to screw up, and they can get the rights to Spider-Man and some stuff like that back, and maybe throw Spider-Man to the Avengers, throw X-Men versus the Avengers.
See, that's the worst thing about it. Is, you know, the shitty thing about Sony and 20th Century is that they know they have to make a movie every 2 years. They already announced Spider-Man 3 Spider-Man 3 and 4. Sony already has done that because they know that every 2 years they have to make a movie, and then you know X-Men, they're not going to let those go. And there's no way Walt Disney's going to, if they say how much you want, Sony, they're going to give me $1 billion for Spider-Man, and that's probably what they're going to say for future profits. There's no way they're dishing it out.
Yeah, I mean,
that sucks because you'll never see it. Can you imagine seeing X-Men, Avengers, and Spider-Man all in one movie? The world would just melt.
I can't even think about it.
It would be like that guy in Raiders of the Lost Ark. You're like, ah! And your face melts.
Or then in RoboCop when he gets hit by the toxic waste.
You hear those commercials like those old like cassette players, the guy sitting on there on the chair and his head blows off?
That's how I felt watching the Avengers for the first time.
You were like, oh.
Yeah, but either way, I mean, long story short, I don't think they're going to fuck it up, but eventually, you know, something's got to happen. The same people can't keep doing the same stuff, and I don't even like talking about it and thinking about it, but the superhero thing's not going away. At least we know that. It's not a fucking fad. This shit's a real genre. And speaking of which, what the fuck is the deal, man, with Ireland and the UK, which I love you both, don't get me wrong, okay?
Yeah.
But why?
You're great, like
it's called. They get the movie. It's there right now. They get it a week earlier than we do. It's fucking called Captain America.
You know somebody's gonna sit there because we're badass cunt. So at least Ireland and Britain were cool enough to say you can keep Captain America because I think they showed it in like.
Somewhere they wouldn't let it say...
it was like the first Avenger. They had to call it the first Avenger.
Yeah.
It's like, well, go fuck a butt. Okay, so yeah...
he threw a shoe at me.
2-0.
Going back to what we were talking about, I'm not saying it would be bad. It would make great movies probably having this happen. I'm just not ready to let go of these guys. I don't want to see them go. I mean, you're so attached to them now as the characters that they are. It's hard to imagine. Like, you just don't want it to go away. You don't want them to lose what they've got right now. But we'll see. I mean,
like
I trust Marvel.
Work it out. Yes.
I trust Marvel with, you know, I trust them with my coin purse, you know?
Well, they know what they're doing. Do they plan this out?
Literally and figuratively.
You trust them with your coin purse?
Yeah.
You have a coin purse?
My balls.
Yeah.
Or my actual coin
I think
purse.
you're talking about
Money
purse.
for the tickets.
It's a satchel, dick.
But question today, guys, what do you think about this news? Do you think we're crazy? Obviously, I think it's just the tip of the iceberg. They've got so much shit that's going to go. It's never going to go away. It's never going to die because they've got so many amazing stories to go through. And I'm talking really fast. But what do you guys think about this possibility? How would you like to see it end? Do you want to see Civil War? So many questions to ask below.
I think Marvel's ready to put their dick all the way in. Just put it in and let's see what happens.
Fuck the fallopian tubes.
Fallopian.
We watched